If you ever come across a children's show called Jolly Roger, do not let your kids watch it. My 8-year-old son Ethan is one of those kids that is very hard to keep entertained and to keep occupied. Usually after school, he will beg me to watch some TV, and so I let him watch it for an hour. But after around 10 minutes in front of the television, he's already bored. He then will move on to coloring and some other form of arts and crafts, and that will sometimes keep him occupied for an hour or two. This was the standard after-school routine that was in place with Ethan. Well, that was until we discovered Jolly Roger. We first discovered the television show Jolly Roger when I was scrolling through a popular kids streaming service. We had already scrolled through many different kids shows, all of which Ethan wasn't interested in. But when the small image and the big red writing that read Jolly Roger showed up on the screen, Ethan immediately said he needed to watch that show. In my opinion, it looked like it might have been aimed at kids a bit younger than Ethan. But when I suggested that he choose another show, he furiously stomped his foot and insisted again that he must watch that show. I did have some work that I needed to do that day, but I decided that I would watch the first episode with him just to make sure that it was okay for him to watch. I was fairly certain that it would be, as it was under the kids category on the streaming service, but I guess I am just a bit of an overprotective parent. So we both sat next to each other on the couch and began to watch the first episode of Jolly Roger. A loud and happy song filled with trumpets and drums started playing as a man walked out onto the screen. He came from inside a large pirate ship, which I guess is where the show got its name, and he walked up close to the camera as the words Jolly Roger flashed up on the screen. This man wore a long-sleeved purple shirt and black denim jeans, and he had short and medium-length curly black hair that looked like little pieces of spiral pasta that emerged from his head. The thing that I noticed most about this man, though, was not his funny-looking hair. It was his smile. It was possibly the biggest grin that I've ever seen on anybody before. His lips were open wide, revealing perfectly straight white teeth underneath. Although it looked so innocent, I could tell something about this was deeply wrong. The corner of his lips was almost up level with his nose, and it almost looked like his lips were being pulled back in order to smile as wide as he was. This man then began to talk. "Hello, kids. How are we all today? I hope we're all happy, happy, happy," he said in an overly excited and over-the-top voice. "My name is Jolly Roger, and I hope that we can all have a good time day. We will be singing, we will be dancing, and of course, we will be having fun." At this point, it seemed like the show was definitely going to be appropriate for Ethan. He was probably getting too old for this type of show. I did continue to watch the episode, and it continued pretty much how you would expect. Jolly Roger pulled out a guitar and sang some nursery rhymes. Then he began teaching some dance, and then he moved into the arts and crafts portion of the show. In this episode, he was teaching the kids how to make a small pencil holder that the kids could take to school. Once the pencil holder had been built using an old toilet roll and some stickers, Roger then said that it was time for him to go. "My time with you is now at an end," he told the viewer, his large smile still present. "But before I do, we can't forget to sing the Jolly Roger song." Jolly Roger then began to sing a short song. "Every day is happy, so don't be a grin dodger, so smile big and smile wide just like Jolly Roger," he sang while waving to the camera. Jolly Roger was right though. He did smile big, and he did smile wide. That was one thing that didn't change. Throughout the whole episode, he never once stopped smiling. That big wide smile never disappeared from his face. Once the episode was finished, I decided that it would be safe for me to leave Ethan alone to continue watching Jolly Roger. I had some work to do, and Ethan seemed more than happy sitting there